Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lainey. I share the channel with my twin sister Nelly, hence the name Nelly and Lainey. And welcome to me organizing all the books that I have here. Yay! Fun, 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 fun. It is way past 8 o'clock. I'm kind of doing this late, but it's better late than never because I feel like this is gonna take a while, and so it's better that I start now and hopefully get through it all at once. Yeah. So with that said, let's get started. Okay, so there is a lot of books here, and I'm gonna overlay what this whole setup kind of looks like at the moment. I share this space primarily with Nelly, but I have seen there are a couple of books of my little sister's that is here, but she also keeps her books, like whatever books that she has, to herself as well. So it's not a lot, but there are some times where I would see a book here and I'm like, oh, do you want me to keep it here or do you want to put it wherever else? And she does decide to keep it here. So it's a mixed bag. There also is a lot of books of like books that we had from when we were kids. So a lot of children's books, Ginny B. Jones, Horrible Harry, Diary of a Kid, Dork Diary, stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest, at the time, the last time I organized this entire space was December of last year. So it's been about 7-8 months. I'm gonna be honest here, a lot of the books, I'm not shitting it, we have about, I don't know, like over 200 books. Over half of that is mine. So it is definitely my fault that this whole area has gotten the way that it is. So it definitely needs a lot of cleaning and, you know, good vibes, and, you know, for it to be presentable. This is not the ideal space for books because you can't ever reach the books that are on all the way in the back unless you are standing on a ladder, which is what I am, on a ladder right now. And you can never reach the books all the way in the back, especially if they're in the bottom, or even if they're in like in the middle row bottom, without removing the books that are in front of it first. And obviously you need a ladder to reach, you know, the books high enough to then take those books down. And then, you know, it's not an ideal space, but it's what we have and it's what we're going to work with. So it definitely needs to be reorganized and rethought out. Plus, I don't know when it was, but a couple of vlogs ago, or maybe like 2 book videos ago, I can't remember, I created a digital library on Notion. I always told myself that I wasn't going to do this, but I did want a spot where I can write my reviews. So it was then necessary at the moment to create something because I didn't want to use Google Docs, I didn't want to use Pages, and I didn't want to continue to using like notes and stuff like that. So I created a dedicated space. This was all in that vlog. And what I'm thinking to do is, this is just a space for me to like rate stuff, write reviews, and then kind of like organize the things that I'm currently reading. I didn't think that I would ever need a spot for like all the books that I own, for the fact that I felt like it was a bit unnecessary, because if I'm not reading a book, why track it and things like that. But I do want to do more book videos in the future, and a lot of like things that are interesting in book talk are trends, or like kind of like the type of videos where it's like I like reading only blank for about a week, romance, fantasy, maybe reading only like from female authors, male authors. So it'd be a good way, because I'm organizing all of this, to create a database where I can link all of the books that I own and then sort out the books that way on Notion. So the next time I need to like pick a specific type of book, I know already what I'm looking for, instead of having to read through like all the summaries and then figure out if this book works for whatever I'm trying to find. So that's what we're also going to do on top of everything. I'm going to stop here because it's getting hot. So what I'm going to do is just take all the books one by one or by stack and just kind of toss them onto the bed that's below me. And on the bed, I will kind of figure out what the next steps are. We're going to read through everything, watch some, you can't see it, but down there, watch some TV and organize the heck out of all of this, put things back. And then also, because a lot of these books are from like free libraries, thrift shops, things like that, that's how I have so much books, like, you know, but at an affordable price. Figure out books that maybe I no longer want and see if anything can go into like the free library that we have in the neighborhood. Yeah, so with that said, let's begin. what 2 piles of books looks like. And that's where the piles were. I have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff here. So I'm gonna obviously slowly get rid of that. Either stains that hopefully could be removed, or I don't know. But we have so much to go. We have boxes that are probably gonna stay up here. This is the Xbox box that my sister bought, so that's gonna stay up here, I believe. This is an art book that I got a couple of months ago. These are like encyclopedia books I bought them, but they're for both of us, for my twin sister and I. So we have that, comic books, mangas, graphic novels, very old comic books. A lot of these were from the free library, so that was like really that was such a cool find. I love going to the free library. I'm just doing this so you can see a better idea of some of the books we have here. So these are children books, so these are mainly like picture books, children books here. Dictionaries, yearbooks from like middle school, maybe elementary school, that goes down here, or wherever else, textbooks, things like that. More piles of books here. A lot of these small ones are also children's books. I think we have Bibles somewhere here as well. So there's that. Oh, right here. Bible, and we should have another one. If not, our main Bibles that we use, or we used to use, are in our little sister's room in like the little book situation that she has. But these were some of the older ones that we had from a couple of years ago. Then, so you can see more of the children's books properly here with the spine. These are also children's books. We kept them on the side / front area, so we can easily see them, and you know, for nostalgic purposes, we didn't want them to be completely hidden. I mean, at least I organized this, so I didn't want them to be completely hidden. So these are more children's books as well. This pile here, I don't think these are children's books. These are probably just like regular books. We do have books that are like still like not, it's like we're 21 currently, and our little sister is 14 years old. So there are books here that weren't from when we were children, but are catered to like children. So we have some Monster High books that we have gotten over the like recent years. I'm trying to think of some other ones. I think we have Monster High, Ever After High. There's some books that are even in my TBR / books I'm currently reading at the moment that are like tween age as well. Not something I noticed, but I don't really care. They're books that I'm gonna read regardless because they sound interesting. Yeah, so we have more piles here. Like, it's not ideal, like I was trying to say before, because you're not gonna get to these like piles here without removing the stuff in the front. And even more so, I still need to remove rows to get to there. And you know, for like this, I could try to like maneuver my way, maybe hold this down, like these books down, to try to get something at the bottom. But sometimes it's not gonna be the case, so more stuff have to be removed. So it's not ideal, but you know, we're gonna try to make it work. I could put old books that we read at the bottom, but those also old books that I want to revisit. This is I Remember You. My sister and I both have this book. I think this was Aristotle and Dante. Like, there's some books that I love or remember loving that I would love to revisit, but I feel like those are books that need to go on the bottom, so like the bottom back, because something needs to go there. But there's also books that I want to revisit, so I'm like, it's kind of hard to figure out what to do here, but it's something that's gonna be done. Telling you, this light here is gonna annoy the hell out of me, but it's really cool looking through this. Even though I just said, I don't know if I just said it, but I said it earlier, I think, that the last time I touched like this was about 8 months ago. I didn't actually look through the collection. Prior to fixing this up 8 months ago, my sister and I didn't really have like organization. Things were just thrown everywhere. And so all I did was just organized it into these somewhat stacks, and then that was it. Wiped everything down, organized it, and then moved on. I also did a count at that time of how many books I owned, how many books she owned, how many books were in our collection that our little sister had, and then how many books were children books. So books that we probably owned together, because it was hard to tell like which one was mine, which one was hers, which one was our little sister's. So that was lumped all together. And then the comics, mangas, graphic novels weren't lumped together. We know like who everything is, but I still organized that, or I still counted it as a separate count, with like under whose name, but then also as a separate count like all together, just because I wanted to know from how many books that we have that are like regular chapter books to how many books that we have that have like pictures in them, like, you know, mangas, graphic novels, comics, things like that. And so I didn't like properly look through things, so I forgot that I have, because I did theater in middle school and high school, so I forgot I have some plays here. I forgot I had some autobiographies here, or a lot more than I last remembered. So that's things that I can count towards the notion for organization purposes. Maybe one day I'm like only reading autobiographies, or only reading nonfiction books, maybe only reading plays, I don't know. And so that's something that I can put as like an extra category. I already made that Notion database within my little library thing, but that's something that I can add. And I think it's a good time to also recount things again because I keep telling my sister that I don't have more books. I think from the last time I counted to now, I might have gotten 4 new books, but most of those were in the month of December and January, and we're currently in July right now. So I'm telling her like I only got like 4 new books. I can't find the post-it that I wrote the original count in. I don't remember what the original count was, but regardless, I'm going to recount all the books that we have here total, and then recount how many books that I own. Now I think about it, am I going to add, because I was only going to put my books in there, but there might be times, because my sister and I are thinking of doing a video where we revisit books from our childhood. So I don't know if that's something that I need to put into the Notion. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm talking too much, and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. This is like half this stack is basically in a box. So about 6.5 stacks to go. You can see it all here. 1, 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7. And if we go down the ladder here, the whole bed was like spread out with books. I just try to like shove it here in like piles. I'm gonna make these piles higher, and then some books are there like that because we have 6 more piles to go. And also I need space to sit on this bed in order to read everything. So yeah. Also, another thing that I've taken into account that I'm probably gonna also put into Notion is that other than the children books, because we have a lot of children books that are lumped together, American Girl, Dork Diaries, Diary Kids, stuff like that. But other than that, we have books that are lumped into series. So I'm gonna also input that into the Notion that I forgot about. So if I'm gonna read a series, I know all the books that are in there if it's not too obvious. I don't think I have books by multiple authors, but if that's a thing, then definitely having like writing the authors would be good, because then maybe I could do a thing where, you know, I only read books by a certain author. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the fan on. It's hot. I'm gonna stop talking, and we're gonna try to get everything down from up top of there before I get back on the camera again. So I got fed up and I was just tossing the books instead of organizing them like before. And there's a little dip on the bed, so a lot of them fell. That's good, I guess. books down besides the 3 books up here because they're just gonna stay together. This is gonna probably stay the same. I'm just gonna add these 2 boxes of my sister's Legos on top, instead of like it being on top of the pile that was behind this one. I started this a little after 8. I think maybe like 10 minutes or so after 8. I don't remember. It's currently 10:07 now. I've only have 3 books written down onto my Notion. And so I'm gonna get the ball rolling. I think we're gonna stop recording because I've been just yapping a lot. And so we need to actually get to the organizing part. I'm gonna organize these piles by genre if they're not like in a series. So I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I have my post-it here with a pen so I can count all the books. I'm gonna count all the books similar to how I broke it up last time. My name, my sister's names, and then children's books. There are gonna be some that I'm gonna put onto my Notion, but there's gonna be some that I'm not. Like, I probably will put like the Monster High books in there because I think that it'll be cool to revisit. I'll probably put like, I don't know, what else we got here? We have an Ever After High book. Probably put that in there, but I think we only have 1. I think Monster High we might have 2 or 3. Ever After High we might actually only have 1. So I don't know about that. Maybe I'll just lump them all together, even though it's from the same company, but just not the same thing. I'm thinking, what else can I for children's books? What else would I put up here? Oh my god, I used to love reading Roscoe Riley. I think I read this like even up until the pandemic. I don't know, there's something about this book that I really like that I just love rereading since I was a kid. So that's not something I'll put into like the Notion. I don't know, I'm trying to see what else we got here. I'm probably gonna put Return of the Homework Machine on there. We have a lot of Louis Sachar books. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, so I put some in there. Like, I'm not gonna put like the Magic School Bus in there. Maniac McGee! Oh my god, you can tell this book was so well loved. Can you tell? I love Maniac McGee. I think up until maybe like high school, I would have said Maniac McGee was my all-time favorite book ever. And I really loved the movie too when I was younger. Now I don't really have a favorite book, so maybe it's still Maniac McGee. I don't know, I haven't revisited it since like maybe like middle school. But yeah, up until high school I would say Maniac McGee would have been my #1 favorite book if anyone asked me. Yeah, so I'll put Maniac McGee in there because I would love to revisit. Cam Jansen we have here. Maybe I'll put Cam Jansen, I don't really know. Some Judy B. Jones books, Dork Diary for sure. And then everything else is like behind the laptop, so like I can't even, like, I'm not even, it's I don't know, I'm too like, I don't know. Boxcar Children, more of Lewis's books. I have a lot of Lewis's books from memory. So the camera cut out and I forgot what I was saying last, but I think I was saying there's gonna be some books that are children's books are meant for children, teens, tweens, early middle school, that I am gonna add to my Notion, especially if there's a lot of books in that series, because then I can like do a whole video with that. I feel like that would be really cool. So like the Babysitter Club, we have a couple of books here, so I feel like that would be cool to do if there's a lot of books within that series. Right now, everything in front of me looks really bad. It's actually 11:11, so it's been an hour, I think, since I last did a time check. And I have not done anything other than adding maybe 4 more books onto the Notion because the camera cut out. And so I needed to edit everything so I had more storage space. Really ignore the fan. I think something is behind the fan, so it's like making a noise, like something got caught up in it. I really should get up so it doesn't like damage it. But I just feel so overwhelmed that I feel like if I get up, I'm not going to. Oh my gosh. I started this 3 hours ago. I need to go to bed, and I can't go to bed if all of this is on the bed. I'm going a little too slow. So we're going to speed this up a little bit, and I will catch up with you guys, because at this point, maybe I edited it down a little bit more, but at this point in the video, Right now, when I first edit it, it's about 20 minutes long, and so I don't want this to be more than like half an hour. So we're gonna like speed through this and might rush through in the end here. Okay. Also, when I noticed the fan was making a sound, I tried to get up, not realizing that this book was under me. I mean, I know the book was under me. I felt it, but like not under me, like under my legs. I'm sitting crisscrossed on the bed. But I thought I would be fine just getting up normally. It got stuck to my skin because of how hot it is, and so it ripped. I really wish the first page was blank, so I could just glue the cover to the first page. Regardless of who book it was, it would make the most sense, but the first page is not blank. Okay, well, that happened. Oh, hello, good morning. I'm very bluish because of, you can see it in the glasses, the wallpaper for the TV. I slept in the living room last night because it hit 12:30. I was nowhere finished. I don't even think I got 20 books into that Notion page. And so I was like, it's time to wrap it up. Slept on the sofa couch last night. Great. Woke up at 9:11. Did some like chores in terms of like washing dishes and stuff like that. Brushed up. And now I'm giving myself about 2 hours to try to finish all of this. It might end up being a little bit longer depending on if I go eat breakfast in the middle of this, which I probably will. I don't think I'll wait until like 11:40-ish to eat breakfast, so that time frame might extend. But I also have to wash my work clothes, like my work shirts, for this upcoming week, and then also do my hair for work tomorrow. So when it hits at least by 12, maybe even 12:30, I have to really like wrap this up because I have other things to do that are, you know, obviously a little bit more important and hold precedence for this upcoming week. So that's the plan. I'm gonna find something to watch and I'm gonna speed through this. So current state of all the books right now. Let's get started. It's 1:11 now. I'm gonna stop. I have things to do. guys, so it's 7:14, 7:15. I just came back from eating, I don't know, like 15 minutes-ish ago. And so now I'm going to get ready to do my hair. But I totally finished everything. Did not finish my goal, but I'm gonna overlay how everything looks right now. I set everything up. I gave easy access for the books that are being currently read by myself or my sister. My sister stacks of books, since everything else other than children's books is entirely my stuff, so you know, she should have free access to the books that she has here. The children's books I put in the front, plus my Percy Jackson on top of one of the children's book stacks. I think the children's books might have like 3 stacks, some on the side, manga, comic books on the side as well. I made sure spines were facing, for the most part. I think the front stacks aren't like, I can't face the spines to us, but anything in the back and anything on the sides are facing in the direction that if you were standing there you would be able to see it. And then anything in the front is just kind of like common knowledge of, like, you know, I know what's being currently read, my sister knows what book she has, things like that. So on that note, let me tell you the count for everything. So in total we have about 300 books, 309 because we have several copies of books, and so it's 300 books without counting the copies. My sister has 10 books. I have 112 books. There are 19 books of just like other, which is just kind of like miscellaneous books here and there. 48 books that are comics, mangas, and graphic novels all together, and then 111 children's books. But yeah, that's how everything's looking. For the most part, I put the books that I didn't put into Notion in the back, the books that I did on the top, so they're more easy access. And everything else is just the way that it's going to be. I quite like how everything looks. It's definitely more cleaner than it was before, so I think that's a plus for me. Now I'm going to go do my hair, but that's not a part of this video, so thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot. Nelly and I will see you in another video. Have an amazing summer. Summer's coming to a close, so have a good summer, and see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, peace out. I'm about to watch some anime.